I honestly understand why most people don't care about Jesus when you try to tell them about how he changed your life and when you try to show them what Christianity is really about. And like, it's not even just because of like certain people try to really push it on and they really are forceful with it, or that person that you're trying to tell it to had an experience with the church or something like that. It's more like just, I understand why. For example, at least for me, before 2024, I didn't even think about Jesus. I didn't think about religion. I didn't think about anything. I'm not saying that having a relationship with Christ is religion, because I think it's more of a relationship more than anything, but I didn't think of any sort of like belief. I didn't have any sort of belief. Literally all that I thought about was like myself, do I fit in, and that's about it. I didn't really think about anything else significant. And I think that kind of shows like the pattern of most people, and that's that we as humans, we as people don't care about something until either it's gone or until we're struggling. We can hear about the best thing ever, which is Jesus, and we won't care because, oh, we can always do that, right? That's another thing that people say, oh, we can, I can always do that later on in my life, right? Because it's not gone yet. It's been there your whole life. You're just going to wait, right? Or when you start struggling with whatever it is, like when life starts to get bad, that's when you want to maybe explore something that'll help you, right? Like, again, using me for an example, I guess, struggling. I was struggling with like my own identity. I would always try to put fitting in over or like above in priority, above just like being myself, right? So I was like kind of struggling with that. And I remember I started to get YouTube videos recommended about God. I don't know why, but they started to get, recommended to me or whatever. And I started to get interested. Why? Not for no reason, because I wanted an answer, because I was struggling with something, because I wanted to know more, because I needed help, because something was wrong with me, because I was struggling with something. Us people a lot of the time don't want help unless we absolutely need it. Like, need it. Like, we can't figure out the answer on our own. We don't want help. I know I'm like that all the time. I don't want help. I try to figure it out no matter what it is, every way that I can, until I literally have no more ideas to try to figure it out. I will try my very hardest before I ask for help. And so I feel like it's the same thing with God. That's why at the start of the video I said I kind of understand like why people don't really care sometimes, because if you're not in a place where you're struggling or you need help, like direly, you're probably not going to look for it. Why would you look for it, right? There's nothing to look for. Like, you're good. You don't need that. No matter how many people tell you that Jesus changed their life, you're like, okay, cool. I'm straight, so I don't need none of that. And so the people like me that make videos encouraging God and encouraging being yourself and trying to inspire this into other people, by the way, you can follow me on TikTok. That's where I make a lot of those videos. I'll probably put it on the screen somewhere. You can go and follow me over there. I talk about that stuff all the time. But the people like me that make those type of videos, we don't make them for no reason. We make them because, why? Because God changed something in our life. Because God changed our life in some capacity, in some way, that we are trying to show others that, hey, you're struggling with this? God changed this for me. So maybe try that out. But those videos that I make, that other people make, might reach some people that are like interested and intrigued, right? And that listen to our advice or listen to our experience or whatever it was. But those videos also reach a lot of people that are comfortable in their life, that aren't struggling with something, that feel like they're good. Or maybe they are good, like they're not struggling with anything significantly, so they feel like, they're fine, so they don't care. I think even more than they don't care, it's not that simple. I think it's they don't see the need for what we saw the need for. We, as in the people who went to God for help at some point in our life. They don't see the need for that, right? Because they're not struggling, right? So I understand the people that don't care about hearing about Jesus, because it's like, why would I need him, you know? And I think everybody should put their trust in him, because he's the only way to eternal life. Like, you might be cool on this earth, but what happens after it? And so I think everybody needs him, but I understand why some people would look at that and see those videos and be like, just scroll right past, because it doesn't apply to me. Why would I need that? But I was just thinking, that's why I kind of made this video. I was just thinking, because like, I feel like as a Christian, I might ask the question a lot, like, why do people choose to not follow God? Why do people choose to not try to, have a relationship with God? Why do people not choose that when it's great news? Like, it's nothing but good news pretty much. And it's like, that's why. That is probably part of the reason why. I won't say it's the whole reason, but it's part of the reason for some people. Like, I've got people that watch my videos that I know in real life that, I don't think that they're pursuing a relationship with God, but as much as I want them to, I understand. I understand that they don't see the need for it. I know that they will, because I trust that God will, reach those who, I believe that he will reach those that I make these videos for. I believe that he will touch them and, encourage them to come to him. But I understand why they haven't. But yeah, man, that's really all I got for this video. Like I said earlier, you can go follow my TikTok. I talk about God and what I was talking about in this video a lot. So, yeah, that's about it. All right.